Hey, 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 hey. Hey, my good people. How y'all feeling? How you feeling? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope you are feeling good because I know that I'm feeling good. I really am. And I'm happy to be here with you. Always happy to be here with you. I would be happy no matter what Thursday it was. I really would be, but check it out. It is the Thursday, the weekend Thursday, because we claiming this as the weekend already for Wilson Homecoming Week. All right. But before I start getting into everything, I just want to start out today and just immediately start giving some shout outs to people. I'm seeing all of these good mornings and shout outs and purple and gold hearts everywhere. So we're going to give out some love right off the top of the show. Good morning, Joyce. How you doing? Good afternoon, because that's where we are now. Keisha LaShawn, how you doing? Chandra Simone, what's up? What's going on with you? Gideon, what's going on? Sammy, how you doing, cuz? Good to have you in the building. Deborah Backus, she in here with us. And Yolanda Green is here with us. So much love. Telling us happy homecoming, Jackie Johnson, how you doing? Dr. Sprav, how you doing, ma'am? Happy homecoming to you and Michael and your grandson. Happy homecoming. Happy homecoming, Manya McCall. Gotta give out all of this love. Shakita Hughes, how you doing? Tori Williams. Tori Williams got some purple and gold hearts up in here for us. She's telling us happy homecoming. We got to give some love to her. She wants us to enjoy our day. We're going to be talking to her in just a little bit. Yeah, I got it back here again. So she didn't give up on me. She didn't. Got to give some love out to Malik Williams. He says, happy Thursday to us all. Okay, he just jumped right into that cup of coffee. That's real, real funny, man. Got to have a sense of humor. All right. Teresa Graham, how you doing? Regina Gilbert, Millis Thompson, Genesis Casey. What's up, ma'am? I got Annie McCall here with us. She said, we woke up, everyone. And for that, I say it's a blessing. It's Wilson U's homecoming week. I bid everyone a good morning, afternoon, and evening, and make today great because we will not see it again. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you share this. And if you got some of those friend shout outs that you want to give to somebody, go ahead and get those in the comments. Come on and tell us what's going on with you. Today, we got a good topic for you. We're going to be talking about telling your own story. And it's very, very important. You got to be able to tell your own story because a lot of people are asking the question like, why is Wilson Homecoming such a big deal? Why is it such a big deal? Well, there's a story behind it. There's history behind this. I want you guys to know that. So we're going to talk about telling our own story. Before we get into it, what I want to do with you guys, I want you to take this breath work with me. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to sit back, relax. We might learn a little something. You might learn that regardless of whatever high school you attended, whichever high school you are an alumni to, my good people, if you are in this community, this has a lot to do with you. All right? We'll get into it in a very, very short view. What I want you to do is inhale to the count of 4. And we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to exhale. And we'll hold that for a few seconds. And we'll repeat that a few times. Now, you can close your eyes if you're in a place that you can do that. I don't want you to do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're actually sitting at the desk. If you got your headpods on and you're taking a listen, we'll vibrate with us and listen. But if you can close your eyes, close your eyes. You want to take it a step further, put your hands over your heart and feel that you are alive. That's you. Let's get into it. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. One more time. Let's inhale. Hold it a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Didn't that feel great? Ooh. Mm. It feels good. I hope you took that with us. I hope you're feeling good. It is lunchtime. It is your time. We're not going to call it lunchtime. We call it noontime, my time, because we decided to take this time for ourselves. We decided to reclaim a little bit of that time, just in case somebody is pissed you off in the office already today, just in case something is not exactly going the way that you would like it to go. Reclaim that. Take that breath work. Recenter yourself because you get to decide. You get to make your day great. Now, I got somebody in the building here with me again today. This is my girl. She always willing to have a good conversation. And I love it when we have good people that we can talk to. Everybody needs somebody that they can talk to, you know? What's up, Tori Tori? Go
What's
ahead.
up? Listen, you know how you did me yesterday?
What, whoa, whoa, whoa. That girl got on a mayo hat, y'all. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at you. Go ahead, Golden Bears. Go ahead, Golden Bears. Listen, you know, I've been purple and golden the people down all week, and today I was like, my shirt happens to be black because I have on the historical marker. You know, I have on the
Okay.
South Carolina historical marker 2131, and that is the one for Wilson High School. We'll talk about that a bit later, in fact. But because I got that on, that's why I got on, I I was like, I need some purple and gold. So I hurried up and I found, I wrapped this headband around my head. So, I ain't gonna act up, but I see you came ready trying to show off for me. I might have to pull a hat. Don't make me look at my work hat. Where my W at? How you feeling?
I am feeling good. I am feeling amazing. It's the Friday Eve because I'm looking forward to the weekend with being these purple and gold streets. The
Right.
block party. I'm looking forward for the block party, and like I said, I'm debating about the parade because I'm trying to see if I can sit that long.
Here's what you. Now I love you. I do. Here's what we're not gonna do today. We're not gonna speak about the things that we're not gonna do. You just keep that in your mind for yourself. But we got a whole schedule of events, and you've got things that you can choose to go to. You may go to one. You can't go to everything because, as you know, we take over the town. There's just stuff everywhere, everywhere. Everybody's in on this. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
wherever you go, but what you need to do is let people know Saturday night.
What happens? You say what night?
Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday night. The old school. Celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Chubb Rock is going to be in the building. And of course, we are honoring the one and only, the mighty, mighty Tucson, the Capricorn. I'm super duper excited about that. So, I'll be catching my naps throughout the day and Saturday so I can be ready for that. I already got my back rubbed down with some Bengay. My son was like, you smell like menthol or something. Yes, there you go. Chubb Rock is in the building.
Mhm.
Chubb Rock is going to be in the building.
Yeah, also we have DJ Styles, DJ Prince Ice. I'll be in the building. I'll be hosting. You already told the people that we will be honoring Tucson the Capricorn. That's just a great thing because he was our DJ during our high school homecomings, and it just brings back a lot of nostalgia. And Wilson will be celebrating 157 years.
Mm.
Can you believe that?
Yes, yes.
157 years in this community. That's a pretty big thing. But I know you wanted to do something for the people to get people started out today. You wanted to give the people a little something. What you want to do here this morning? Well,
I
I'm
want.
saying morning, but it's afternoon.
I'm supposed to do something this afternoon. Oh yes, the scripture. The scripture for this afternoon is coming from Psalms 20, verse 4. May He give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed.
Hey,
Mm, you need a word. We need a word.
That's a word. Let's put that word and soak that in.
Yeah, let me read it one more time. Psalms 20, verse 24. May he give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. Put it in the atmosphere. We have to speak things into existence and it will happen. And just like we were talking about yesterday, it's so important that not only do we pray, but we have to put in the work. Faith without works is dead. So don't just give God something and you don't put in the work necessary that you expect for him. We look for God for so many times. We look for God to just answer our prayers, but what are you doing to follow through? What work are you doing in order for him to answer? And you got to understand that a lot of times you pray and you don't put in the work. You waiting on him to do everything, wait for him to do everything, but that's not how it works. Okay, so make sure you put in the work and follow through. Veronica Brockington says, amen.
Oh, yeah.
Charlene says, that's good. What's up, Charlene? And matter of fact, I want to shout out to Charlene. You know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Charlene Gardner is a breast cancer survivor. So I salute you. I salute you.
In fact, there is a breast cancer walk on next weekend. On next Saturday, it is the Pink and Blue Breast Cancer Walk. It's a Barbie and Ken affair, and they're meeting up on October 14th at 8:30 in the morning. And they're going to meet over at DHEC, and that's in Florence. So, yeah, we have to give recognition to that, and we definitely share our love with everybody who is a survivor, everybody who is dealing with this issue, you know. And so not
Right.
everyone survived. Not everyone survived. So our prayers and all of our blessings go out to them.
Absolutely. And I see Miss Paquilla back in the building today. She said, good morning. Thank you for the written word. Charlene says, love you back. And she says she's been a 17-year survivor. Miss Paquilla says, good morning. Thank you for the written word. And Charlene, 17 years. Wow. Look at God. God is great. God is great. And then Tammy said, Tabby, listen, this Gerald Levert wife right here, y'all. Me and her always used to fuss about Gerald Levert. She always said she the real wife. Okay. What's up, Tabby?
All right, girl. Well, listen. Well, I was talking to people and getting a few phone calls. My voice.
Because you talk all that trash yesterday. That's why.
No, I think the people wanted to see me. I think because my cup wanted to get in the show.
You know what?
So I could sip from my Wilson Tigers cup. That's what it was. That's what it was. But hear this. Like, on a serious note, because yesterday, we had a lot of fun. We're always having fun. And I expect us to have some fun in this show and as well today. But the topic of the show was this. And I took some of my notes so that if I start, having fun or having too much fun, that I don't stray and get off track and I don't meet all of the points that I want to meet. But we want to talk about, people are asking, like, why is Wilson Homecoming such a big deal? Why do they make such a big deal out of Wilson Homecoming? And I hear a lot of people say that. And for me, like I said, it's not necessarily about the rival thing. It really is, as I told you, we are celebrating 157 years. Okay, I'm wearing the historical marker that is downtown Florence. The history is there. And so what I want to do is I will read what this marker says. I'll put this up for you guys and we'll just read a little bit of this history so that so that so that you have an understanding. This is your history as well. Let's see. There we go. All right. So here we are. This marker here gives you just a little bit of the history so you can have a better idea of what's going on and why we celebrate to the degree that we actually do. As you see here, it says Wilson High School, Wilson School, later Wilson High School was the first public school in Florence and stood where that mile marker, I'm sorry, not mile marker, but that South Carolina marker is. It stood there at Pointer. So you guys know where this is if you are here locally. So Wilson School, later Wilson High School, was the first public school in Florence and stood here from 1866 to 1906. At first, a private school for Black children, it was established by the New England branch of the Freedmen's Union Commission and operated by the Freedmen's Bureau. Thomas C. Cox, its first principal, later served as Darlington County Sheriff. The school became a public school after the South Carolina Constitution of 1868 authorized a system of free public schools. Okay, so there's a reverse side on there as well. And it's there. I want you guys to go throughout the city. Like when you see these historical markers, like I don't know if you guys are aware of why they are there. Stop and read them. Read this history. We're not making this up, and I want people to know that it really is a pretty big deal. That's big for our community. So however you trace your roots back, your mama, your grandma, your great-grandma, your aunt, your uncle, somebody within your lineage, they have a part of this history. You are a part of this history. Now, some of you, because you go to schools based on where you live, based on a school zone. So obviously, we as people have grown and we've lived in different areas and different zones now. So naturally, you're going to be zoned to different schools. And that's okay. But it's still our history. The marker, the South Carolina marker tells you the first public school in Florence. So don't think that we just feel like we the best. It is about history. So, within all of the fun, I like to have the fun with you guys. I want you to know a part of your history, and it's a part of your history too. I also want to, let me see here. Someone put out a little brief history as well, which is pretty much the same thing. It tells you that the first records of Wilson School was recorded in November 1st, 1869, when Mr. J.E. Wilson was principal. The school building was erected on what is now the corner of Dargan and Palmetto Streets. And in 1906, Wilson moved to Athens Streets. By that time, Wilson had become one of the outstanding schools in the state. And up to date right now from I'm going to read off who some of the principals were up to present date. From 1907 to 1918 was Mr. Walter Singleton. From 1918 to 1923, Mr. George Pegas. 1923 to 1927, Mr. George Killingworth. 1927 to 1929, Mr. Curtright. In 1929 to 1938, Mr. Leonard Davis. 1938 to 1942, Mr. L.F. Buckner. 1942 to 1966, Mr. Gerald A. Anderson. 1966, Mr. J.D. Hammonds. In 1966 to 1967, Dr. Luns C. Richardson. 1967 to 1964, Mr. Robert Durant. 1974 to 2005, Dr. Allie E. Brooks Jr. 2005 to 2012, Dr. Gerald Spencer Edwards. And 2012 to present day, Dr. Edward Robinson. So that is an incredible history, you all. And while we're out here enjoying each other, we don't mind what high school you went to. We want you to be proud of your education because we have that same pride for education. That's very important to us. We're not worried about whether you got an S on your chest, a W on your chest, Mayo on your hat. It doesn't matter. This is about us, and this is our story. So when people ask you, why is Wilson Homecoming such a big deal, you go tell them to read those markers. You read those markers. And since we're already here, I'm just going to keep it rolling, Tori, just for a little bit, if you don't mind. Something else as well. Let me bring this up. Because I had to pull some receipts. People out here, they've got their little things to say, and it's cute and everything. But when we get down to the realness, I'll let you know what it really stands for, what it really means. Let's see what we got here. I did that one. Here we have something here. I don't know if you guys are aware, but let me pull my receipts again. Okay, so on March 3rd and 4th in 1960, members of the Florence Youth Branch of the NAACP staged a protest demonstration at the former S.H. Crest store, downtown Florence. Wilson High School students marched from Trinity Baptist Church to sit at the store's lunch counter, but were refused service, okay, and asked to leave. The police were called, and the students left peacefully. The store management closed the counter before reopening shortly. And that's on one side of the marker, and that is right downtown Florence. You guys can see that. Right now, I'm just showing you the plaque of the names of the students who were a part of that. Now, I'm going to read the other side because I want you to do some of your own homework, do some of your own history, and go look this stuff up for yourself. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Go ahead. Just think that I'm just out here trying to speak up for Wilson. This is our community. This is us. This is our story. So the other side of that marker reads, and it's there. It's the Civil Rights Sit-In. On March 4th, 1960, students planned that picket in front of the store, but they were arrested while walking up to the building. 48 protesters were arrested and charged with parading without permit. The convictions were appealed to the South Carolina Supreme Court and overturned in City of Florence versus George, 1962. The lunch counter remained closed until the 1970s when it was reopened with service for all. Okay? So I put those names up there because I kind of want you to look at that. These are students. These students were a part of Wilson High School. This is important. This is history. This is our history. I read their names because I feel like their names need to be read. You need to hear this. You need to feel a part of this. John George. These are the individuals who participated in the Crest department store demonstration, March 4th, 1960. John George, John Wesley Miller Jr., Ernest White, Cecil Gunter, Edward James McIver, Michael Maxwell, Samuel Green, Warren James, Lee Ellerby, Conyers Scipio, Scipius Jackson, Moses Smoot, Leroy McLean, Samuel Briggs, Frank Williams, Horace Shannon, Nicola G., Anna Henderson, Claudia Eccles, Betty Rush, Dorothy Brown, Charles Garner, Harold Fleming, Alfonso Curvin, Lewis Brown, Willie Gurley, Herman E. Frederick, Eddie Lawrence, Earl Hines, Freddie Lawrence, Geraldine McBride, Claudia Woods, Ramanda Curvin, Mary Holloway, Joseph Straughter, Norman Hankins, Arthur Jones, William Thomas, Ann E. Nelson, Gloria Ann Singletary, Susanna Thomas, Barbara Gregg, Margaret Fullwood, Richard Scott, Nathaniel Barkett, Laverne Dancy, Thomas Douglas, William Andrews. History. This is a part of all of us. This is our story. So don't ever feel left out of when we are celebrating Wilson High School, when we're celebrating this homecoming. This is you. All right? All right, Tori. That's all I got for the people.
That's some rich history. Lord have mercy. And one of the names you said, Richard, is actually Reginald, and you got your glasses on.
Well,
Reginald, Reginald.
okay. Forgive
The
me.
last,
Forgive
the
me.
last.
Reginald. Okay. Right. So many names. Thank you for correcting that. Reginald Scott.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
y'all
it's a
get it.
lot of rich history. I did not know it was originally a private school for Black students. I didn't know that.
Well, you got to imagine no one was letting us in their schools. So if we weren't going to be responsible for educating ourselves, how were we going to be educated? I mean, people got to really follow the history. We're talking about 157 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Mhm.
it's a beautiful thing that, now, we have an integrated population of students. We have the International Baccalaureate program there. So there's always been like a pride for education. There's always been a stress on, Black excellence, but not just Black excellence, excellence. Okay. So I wanted everybody to know that. Yeah. So while you out
Right,
here painting
right,
these streets purple and gold with us, we got so much love because this is all of us. And it don't have
right.
anything, and it doesn't have anything to do with color either, because this is not just about Black students. Now we have our history. You can't take that away, and why do I feel like it's so important for us to talk about this? Because when we tell our stories, we can't be erased. They can't ban this like how they ban books. So I feel like is things that we're doing like this, people like me who are storytellers, these storytellers, poets, now we've got podcasters who are part of telling stories. I feel like it's our job to do that. We have to do that. We have to let the story be told. We have to tell our own story, because if we don't, you see what'll happen. And another thing I want to say about the importance of looking at that, when you are able to look at how many people this community can generate around a high school. This is around a high school. This is break it back all the way down to education. So as we think about now how many issues we have or that you think you may have within the education system, and you think you can't do anything about it, you can do something about it, because if that many people can come together for a homecoming, make sure that your kids are being educated the way you want them to be educated. Make sure that you are putting people on boards that need to be on boards. If they're not doing the things that you need them to do, look at what you can do for homecoming. Do it. Get it done. I want you to see your power. That's why we're having this conversation today. And that is why this is important. Now, I happen not to have kids who are currently within my local school. I have adult kids, but I haven't, forgotten about how important education is. I still got love for the kids who are here. And I want you all to have that same love. I want you all to
Right.
know that you have that power, because look at what we do. Look at what we have done. So if the schools and the school boards can make you uncomfortable in some type of way, and the people in your local politics are not doing the things that you need them to do, well, you need to get them to do that, because they're all involved in our homecoming now, aren't they? Why are there events down
Hmm.
there?
Yep.
Why? So if they feel like they can be a part of that, they can be a part of making sure that your kid is educated correctly. So I ask you, when you're out here, I ask you when you're out here fellowshipping with each other, talk about what you need to get done and get it done, right? Let's see what the people in the
That's
comments.
what's up. Woo, them comments was rolling. Woo.
Where you got to
Let's
let me know where we got to go. Take me to a time.
I'm trying to see. I forgot to say at the top of the hour. Jamel said I got a. Jamel said I got a juice for my back. And Miss Bequilla says African American women. We were talking about breast cancer, where you say African American women have a 40% breast cancer mortality rate, the highest in the United States of America. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other comment was Tabby said, I am, and you know it. Oh, when I was teasing her about we fight over Gerald Levert. Whatever, Tab. Anyway, move that comment. And Charlene says 157 years is a big deal. It definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is. And Charlene also says there are people that lay down their life so that Black could have a decent education, as well as those that looked like them and cared about their well-being. And then Anthony Sparks, what's up, classmate? He said, "Hey y'all, Tori, I love that hat. Hey, you see it? Hey, you see it? You see it? Don't act like that."
I see Anthony has joined us again today. Hey, Anthony.
What up, classmate?
Talking about them golden bears. The golden bears, Matt, I want to ask a question about the golden bears. Is that kind of like Winnie the Pooh? Like what? Who?
Tanya, really?
I'm the golden bear. I wanted, I'm just asking questions. I'm asking questions. We're gonna move it right along.
Miss McQuill said, "It is the history of those that marched and sit in and went to jail. The African American Black Wall Street on Darga Street were Wilson graduates. Look into the history. Shout out to the Crest 9 that had the seats in at Crest and Woolworth. And there was actually I remember there being a Woolworth in Charleston as well, because I went to college at College of Charleston. I remember there was a Woolworth in Charleston as well. So was that like a franchise?
Yeah, that's a franchise.
Because
it was also
okay.
In many places. It
Okay.
has history with the Greensboro 4, but people need to do their history, and do your local history. Like that marker that we read the names off of, and that Miss Baquilla is also confirming for you guys to let you know that, we had our own civil rights sit-ins right here. And when you're walking downtown and you're passing by that, I don't know how many of you have read it. Read it. Give some respect to those names. We're walking down there. We have businesses down there now. We have businesses that you can sit at because they're our businesses as well. So it's a part of your history.
Yeah. What's up, Isaac? Isaac, shout out to Luns C. Richardson, my college president, RIP.
Right.
Okay. And he said at Mars College. Okay. And Miss Gwendolyn says, "Happy Wilson Homecoming Week. Love all my classmates of 87. May God bless you all." But you know what? Something that I noticed?
What is it?
Like all the classes, especially Mayo. But anyway, all the classes of 87, them were some dope people. I'm like cool with a lot of people from the class of 87.
And are. I mean, I know Chubb Rock's song comes out 1990, but when he says that, it'd be like 1987. I just changed it up the lyrics a little bit for myself.
And Tabby says the younger generation needs to listen to this because they really got it wrong. They do.
Well,
they really do.
I tell you what, that's why we have to tell our stories. That's why it's important.
Yeah. And Donald Brown says founded in 1866, a few years after slavery. Yeah.
Yeah. Not after slavery, but I know what he's trying to say.
Tabby says, "I don't mind partying with y'all, but some of y'all get on my nerves like the Cowgirls do. Bruins Nation."
Well, that I like that. I like that. And I can take that because I can take everything in fun, and I can take everything in jokes. So I don't really take it personal, but I see no comparison in terms of what I'm talking about as it relates to a football team, because I'm just trying to express to you that this is not necessarily about just like the football team or the homecoming game. It's not that. I want you all to know that it's bigger than that. We got to keep up that fun, like rivalry type of thing that we have. That's natural for communities in high schools. But as it pertains to the history of Wilson, I want you to know it's bigger than that. I want you to just know that it's bigger than that. I mean, imagine, and you know this to be true because you don't have that many people coming out for your homecoming. So it's not about homecoming. It's not that. You guys have South Florence has an excellent football team. I mean, what they're doing with that program right now, because every school has their era, and it is definitely theirs right now. Those kids that I see playing over there, they've got those Sellers boys. One of them is over at USC right now. I'm not a huge football fan, but I'm not ignorant to what's going on in my community. I'm
Norris,
not a,
I think his name is Lenaris Sellers.
and yet, and his little brother is coming up next. I mean, these kids are
Yes.
phenomenal, you know, and they
Yeah.
go to South Florence High School. They make me proud
Yeah, they
because
do.
because I went to Wilson. I'm not going to disassociate myself with that. That's a part of our history too. So I want you guys to know that, hey, feel how you feel, but I hope I see you at the party. And listen, we can dance. We can dance.
And Miss Joy Grimes Walker said, "This is Joyce Black. Remind them that Wilson was burned down twice and rebuilt."
Absolutely.
Wow.
Of course. I mean, you're
Wow.
talking about during a time of reconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want you guys to know, like, you're walking through history
Mm. And
first
she also says we are the oldest continuous school in South Carolina.
and one of two in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
One of two in the nation.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us know.
Wow.
That is why we are proud. We're not proud of some colors. We don't own purple and gold. I mean, we could have been blue and gold for all I care. I'm talking about the history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So don't worry
Yeah.
about your homecoming trying to be better than ours or ours is better than yours or whatever the case may be. You can't go take the history back. It is ours. I don't even know if you know who were the first Black students at your school or if necessarily that mattered. But we had the first public school. We were the only ones who were educating Black people. Wilson Homecoming was something that was just where a lot of Black people could actually go and fellowship among each other in a big way like they did because we weren't invited anywhere else. You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. And Ms. Pamela says we will also contribute a huge monetary value to the local businesses and communities.
Talk about that. When? All of you business owners know that. When do you have that influx of people in town? When is that much foot traffic in downtown Florence where people are actually buying from the actual businesses? Now, we do have the Pecan Festival, but keep in mind there's a lot of vendors that are coming in there. So that's their stuff. When Wilson Homecoming comes here, they are walking the streets of this city, Florence, South Carolina. They are buying from those businesses. They are buying from those grocery stores. When you can't go to the grocery store tomorrow and get you some Cajun seasoning, let me tell you something. That's because it's a lot of people get ready to get on grills out at the stadium for Tiger Fest. All of those businesses are stocked up right now because they know that they're going to sell. They're not worried about not selling. They're going to sell out. Every business know that they're going to have business. They don't know that any other time. And that's from a high school. And that's from Wilson High School. And you want to think that we're out here just bragging? We got more than receipts. All right?
Anthony says, "Hey, Tanya, great history."
Anthony, respect, brother. And I hope I see you over here. Much love to you. Much, much love. Because you know I love Mayo. I have Tori on here all the time. And I didn't block her out for having that hat on, although I really considered it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do it.
Yeah, she's serious today. Cut up bag yesterday. Miss Pamela says, "Curious to know if anyone has researched the amount of revenue gained from our takeover."
Oh, come on. You know the city of Florence knows that because you think about it. Why is it that we haven't they have the block party down there? First they started out with the block party. Now we got a day block party, not just 1, 2. Now, I'm
And
not
li-
on any of those boards and I'm not on any of those committees, nor do I want to be. I'm here to tell this story. But those of you who know the research and want to do the research, do your part. I'm doing mine. All right. I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't think it's hard to see. Just look. Look.
yeah, yeah.
Millions.
And Cynthia says St. John's High School class of 87. Yes.
St. John's over in Darlington as well.
Yeah.
Darlington County.
And then Tabby says, I know what you're saying, but I had to make y'all laugh. Well, you know what? Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you why Tab say that, I
Mhm.
don't know her class, but there's one particular person that I know is a Wilson graduate, and they also is a Dallas Cowboy fan, and that's Miss Charmine. That's Miss Charmine Sumter. I don't know what class
Many.
Charmine is in, but Charmine is amazing. She actually do a lot of things in the community. Matter of fact, she did recently the East Side Story.
Yeah.
And Draper Myers was the people's choice of the community. He won that.
Mhm.
So she does a lot of great. We give Charmine a hard time, but she's a proud Wilson graduate. So I block her twice, right? Because I block her for that Wilson, them Tigers rolling down my timeline, and I block her because she's a Cowboy fan. So that's what she was trying to make us laugh. I know
Well,
what you was doing, Taffy. But
but
she's it's all about that love though, yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. We take jokes. We take and give jokes. But what I want you to do is within the jokes is I really want you to know the history. I really want
Yeah.
you to know. I think that's
Yeah.
important.
This is some good stuff. This is good. And Tabby says they are my cousins. That's what's up.
Hey cousins, we cousins all week.
And Miss Kenyatta says all African Americans in Florence County till today had relatives to go to Wilson. My grandmother class of 66, mother class of 88, and father class of 80. That's what's up.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
Let me tell you something.
And then
You have
go to the comment room.
I will, but I want to say something on this. You have
Okay.
within your 6 degrees of separation, if you are from here, Wilson, it's in your blood.
Mm,
Get your diploma from where you want to
yeah.
get it from, because we want you to be educated. But you are family, and that's why we do this thing. Go ahead.
And Pamela says, yes, 1987. Just remember, this is our heritage. South Florence, West Florence, Timminsville, Darlington, Mayo. That Darlington, Mayo, rest in peace. Hartsville, Butler, rest in peace. And yeah, that was the thing about which I hated when they actually discontinued with Mayo, the original Mayo,
Right.
and St. John. They actually combined. So it's Darlington High now, and they're now known as the Falcons.
Right.
So yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
importance of us stressing how we are one of few schools who are remaining from our original existence 157 years. That's no small thing. And there won't be a school who will be able to compete with that. And it isn't necessarily something to compete with. I mean, it just isn't. Just celebrate it.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's all love. And Kenyatta says the other oldest high school is located in Orlando, Florida.
Right.
Wow.
What's up, Richard?
That's what's up. And Richard Cope says, hey, Richard. Wait a minute. Didn't Richard Cope me the other day, though? But hey.
Because Cope is my friend. Cope in the building. What's up, Cope? I'm not going to let Coach say nothing about you. Of course, there's nothing bad to say about me. I'm sure he didn't come for you that hard. I don't remember, because I only see good things in the light of Richard. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't recall.
Okay. And Joy says, preach.
Okay. All right. I see we got a lot of people who are joining in the comments. I see that we got a lot of people out here who are viewing. So I want to go ahead and let you guys know. Also put in the chat some of the friends that you want to shout out and wish a happy homecoming, because it is Wilson Homecoming Week. We've been talking about telling our own story. That's what our topic was. It's important for us to talk about this history. It's not a brag tell our stories, because if we don't, you see very clearly how easily bills can be passed, books can be banned. But see us out here talking the way you like. Remember when grandmas used to talk all the time? Remember those
Yeah.
storytellers? You remember those old ladies who collected the obituaries, went to everybody's funeral, could tell you everybody business? Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Tori are those women, except we in the new age, it's online now.
Right. Exactly.
We keeping receipts because Tori killed and revived somebody yesterday in one show. That's all I'm gonna say. But for the money, for the people we got,
Oh my
let me
goodness.
put this out here. For the people we got right now who are watching, I see we got quite a few people here who are watching. And for the people that I see in here, I don't see the likes the way they need to be. Take just a minute and hit that like button. Take just a minute and share. Do that. That's important. You watching.
Yeah.
Hit it for us, all right? Tori, you ain't got to laugh.
Oh my goodness.
Where we at in the comments? What timestamp I need to go?
Because you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking.
Oh my goodness. There's so many comments came through. I lost my place. I think the last one we did was we did that one. The timestamp is 12:39. I don't think we did Richard Cope. He said, what's the name of that school in Orlando, Florida? He was asking a question, whoever said that made that comment. And the timestamp 12:40.
If somebody knows that, or if somebody can look that up really quick, put it in the comments for us so that I don't have to go through a whole lot. I got a lot going on here. I got a screen here. I got a screen here. I got something. Go ahead.
And Kenyatta says, do you know what year did Mount Zion Roosevelt School in Mars Bluff Community in Florence close? That was a school for African Americans that opened in 1870. Wow.
I do not, but I do know that it was a school after 1866.
Wow. And Sanford says, good afternoon. What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. And Cynthia said, on to the next comment. Richard says, Richard Coast Jones High School. High School. To answer the question about his Orlando, I was saying, Cynthia, I was being funny. I don't like the Cowboys. I said, Tony, go to the next comment. But, I love you. Kenyatta responded to Richard Cope. It's Jones High School. That's the high school that's in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. And we are not apologizing for taking your comments off screen really fast. We're not apologizing for that. I'm not apologizing for not reading your comment if I don't like it, because this our show. Okay? If you want to put up some comment, make a post. Make a post. I might skip it and I might just take it down quick. Okay, we can continue.
Don't show out today, please.
I'm just telling the truth.
Ronnie Davis says, happy homecoming, fellow Tigers, class of 96. What's up, 96?
How you doing, Rodney? Hey, man, you getting on up in them years, and in a few more years, y'all class gonna be good on them grails. Y'all might get good on them grails. I don't know what 96 doing yet, but y'all ain't hit that 50 mark. You got to have that 50 mark. Almost in between wanting to wear like socks and sandals, and then we can trust you on the grill. All right.
Sammy G says, my mother was in the class of 54 and was the largest class in Athens, on Athens Street. Wow.
That's wonderful history. Y'all, because of the way life happens, I just got to step away for a minute because somebody's ringing my doorbell in real time. Tori, if you want to read some comments, go ahead and do that.
Okay. The last comment I read was Tammy. My mother was the class of 54 and was the largest class on Athens Street. Kenyatta says they are working on a bill to do away with African American history. What? Richard Cope says that's what I was touching on, Tanya, the other day, that the other Wilson in DC have been renamed. Okay, we remember you talking about that. Kenyatta says they are working. Oh, I read that already. And then Anthony says, shout out to Tori. Happy homecoming, Tanya. Yes, shout out to me. But he said happy homecoming, Tanya.
Whew,
Kenyatta
okay,
King,
I gotta catch up.
1895.
I gotta catch up. But I just gotta let y'all know that was UPS. Who else mama always ordering stuff? Who or y'all are y'all the ones with the problems? Golly, UPS man just messing up my show. I'm trying to be serious and I know y'all heard the doorbell ringing in the background, so I had to address it. Look, UPS. She just got packages delivered yesterday. Now, what are these boxes? I don't know. I don't know. What
She
time?
like,
What time?
she like, why you telling her business on the live?
Well, why was I being disturbed on? If she hadn't ordered that stuff, I wouldn't have been disturbed on the live.
Go to timestamp 1246. 1246. That was the last one I read. But you might have heard it. But yeah, timestamp 1246.
And also I know it's something she don't need.
And also, Richard Cope. That's what I was touching on Tiny the other day. That other Wilson DC have been renamed.
Right. I got what you're saying. And that's a tricky thing. It happens. To me, I think that becomes a part of, trying to erase history, feeling like they can kind of cap it off. So I hate when I hear those type stories. And that's why we at Wilson have so much love and so much fight for our high school. It's a wonderful thing to see. I like for me, like I've had college friends, like I used to bring like some of my friends home. My college friends will come down to the homecoming and they really can't believe it. They can't believe that so many people come out for a high school homecoming. It really is something that like you've probably never seen before. It really is. And I love it.
Kenyatta says they're working on a bill to do away with the African American Houston. I was like, what?
Of course they are. So that's why your grandma used to talk a lot and that spirit get passed on and I got mine. And I don't know who Tori got, but she got some old lady spirit in her because I can feel it.
Anthony says, shout out to Tori. Happy homecoming, Tanya.
Anthony, we beginning to have an understanding, me and you. We really are.
And Kenyatta says 1895.
Is she talking about what was that school that she was asking about in Florence?
Probably the was it the one that Richard was talking about? I'm not sure.
What Richard was talking about. She was talking about Mount Zion Mars Bluff. So I'm sure that might be
okay.
Might be what she's talking about. Everybody, trying to get their things in, but it still doesn't precede Wilson High School.
And Cynthia says, I know you was being funny, but shout out to Wilson High School. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kenyatta says Florence County got a lot of history from Jamestown Community, a settlement for African American founded in 1870. Wow. This is some good stuff.
Yes.
And Richard said, wow.
You guys got to share this with people. I like that we're having this conversation. I really do.
Yeah. And Kenyatta says Roseville Plantation. Is that Plantation on 327, the oldest slave cemetery and Freeman of Color Cemetery in South Carolina. Wow. I never heard of those. Wow. I'm learning today.
When I say we have a pride for education, look at the people coming in here with the facts. It's all about the conversation and how the conversation is guided. And that's why I think like you got to pay attention to what you're watching and then pay attention to the things that you're engaging in because it depends. You could click on anything. Anybody right now who is watching this and listening to this, I don't take it for granted. I know that you don't take that for granted, Tori. But
no.
There's so many things out here that you could be watching. There's the gossip of this, the gossip of that. And we have a little fun too, but still, I want to make sure that you guys get something from this. So thank you for sharing the information. And some things, if you're putting it up and we're not sure about it, don't take our word for it. And our word by it, I mean, because when people are putting up comments, like, I don't have the time to go vet that while it comes up. But be smart. Look it up. Don't take what they're saying for true. Doubt them if you like to. Doubt me. Doubt me. But I promise you, those South Carolina markers are not up there because it isn't true. So let's keep that in mind. But let's keep the people in here talking.
Tressa, that's right, Tressa. Let mama be great.
I'm trying to let mama be on a budget.
Kenyatta says Richard Cope, they're trying to make it a law. Wow. And then Pamela says, leave Miss is that Vince?
Yeah. She talk about my mama. Oh,
It's Vincent. Why? Listen, I don't have my glasses on. Why when I first saw the comment, I thought it said Veronica. That's how you pronounce your mom's name. Vincent? Vinca?
Yes, you said it right. It's Vinca, but she like people to call her Vincy. Oh. You know how you change it, you try to style it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, mama. Okay, mama.
She knows it's a country name, but she tried to put some style on it. We're gonna let that ride.
And Marcella says, all right now. Richard says, so to hear about y'all Wilson Tigers High School existence is truly a great thing.
I appreciate that, man.
I'm loving it. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And Tammy says, Tonya, it's that Kane spirit.
Mm-hmm. That Esther J. Kane, that Kane legacy is all in the veins.
And Kenyatta says Roseville Plantation 320. The old women, we read that. Yeah. And then Kenyatta says Richard Cope, this history matters. Hashtag this history matters.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony says, Tonya, I'm now one of your biggest fans.
And Anthony, you know what? You should be. You should be, Anthony, because you know what? I am so loving. I am such a good person. And I received that and I sit in that. And I'm not joking.
Yeah. Tonya, good people. And Avery says, what's up, classmate? Avery Jets. Keep fighting to persevere our history. It's important. Now, Avery is really big on history. He loves stuff like this. So shout out to my classmate. Yeah, he loves stuff like that. He loves rich history. He posts like on his social media platform, he posts a lot of history facts, stuff that some stuff that he posts I didn't know about. So he stay educating the people about the history now.
That's important.
That's what's up.
That's why we need.
And I think
that's it. Guys.
Very, very.
If you guys have, if you learned something here today, and you feel like this is something that needs to be shared, go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well as subscribe to Keep the Faith with Tori, and make sure that you share this. Share it. I see a lot of smiles up here. I see that little eyeball. I see a lot of people watching. So I encourage you to hit that like button. All right. Tori, I don't know how it happened, but
I know, right? Sure. It's talking about fast, but listen, I'll probably, tomorrow's already Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get my hair.
I may show my face tomorrow in the purple and gold. You getting your hair done? Okay.
Yeah, well,
I may show my face in these purple and gold.
I'm gonna just shave my hair, put it like that.
Okay. Well, I may show my face tomorrow in these purple and gold streets, but I may come to Florence with my mayo.
And guess what? We don't mind, because we let you know today that this story is also your story.
Our story. Yeah. So it's all love. And Anthony says, Tonya, good people.
I'm not putting them
Tonya, good people know good people. I love that amp. He said, but that was a compliment,
Well,
Tanya.
I,
I know good people know good people.
I appreciate it. Sometimes, I don't put up bad stuff. Sometimes I don't put up good stuff. I mean, you can't take either one of them. I'ma still be good whether you agree or not.
Well, y'all, this has been fun. I gotta run because the son of mine wants to get his hair cut. But it has been a pleasure hanging out with Tanya this week for this Black and Gold Week, Wilson Homecoming. It's a pleasure. But I plan to run into some of you this weekend for Wilson Homecoming. I'll probably be at the block party on tomorrow and the old school party with Chub Rock. Those are the two events I plan to attend. So hopefully I'll get to see some of you in the streets. And make sure if you see me in the streets, may say, Tori, I saw you on there cutting up with Tanya. Make sure you let yourself know. Make sure you let me know you was watching. Richard says that's exactly why I disagree tearing down their Confederate statues, because they don't want our younger generations to know that their evil ever existed. Wow. That's true. But with that being said, you guys, I'm out. And I might pop up on Tanya tomorrow. But like I said, I'm going to be in these purple and gold streets with some black and gold. And like Tanya said, it's all love. It's our history. And it's a rich history at that. And I love how we love on each other during this time of the year. So peace out, y'all. And I'll pop up tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, lady.
Peace out.
Yeah. I always enjoy talking to Tori. Y'all know that. Always keep the faith. She let you guys know that, hey, you can be from wherever you want to be, but you can't erase the history. They'll try to do it. And that's why we got to keep telling our stories. That's why I feel like it's important for us to tell our own story. So when somebody asks you, like, why is Wilson Homecoming such a big deal? Just tell them, I said, you know what? Go down there on the corner or Pointer and Dargan Street and read that marker. Sit them down there. Say, go read that. Educate yourself. If they ask you and you see them downtown and they downtown enjoying all of the festivities, they in these restaurants, they in these different bars and things, tell them to stop at the corner of Crest. Ask them to read that marker of the ones who participated in the demonstrations and the sit-ins. Let them know that those were students and graduates from Wilson High School. Just do that. And if they ask you, just say 1866. Say that. Say 1866. If they ask you, say this year, we are celebrating 157 years. All right? That's what I got for you today. And I still got a whole lot of love for everybody. But I got to get out of here. There's some things I got to do. I got to go get out in these Wilson streets because it's Thursday, so it's a whole lot going down. So you will see me out here. You will see me out here, and I can't wait to see you. All right? But what we get ready to do, what I'm getting ready to do, and I don't want you to cheat. Before you get back on that clock and before you clock back in, we're going to take a little breath work because that's what we do. We care about ourselves. We love ourselves. All right? Let's do some breath work. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. And hold that a few seconds. Inhale one more time. Hold a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. And don't you feel great? I feel great. I appreciate you guys. And if nobody gave you a smile today, if nobody smiled today, you just close your eyes and give yourself a big smile and see how that feels for you. All right? Y'all be great out here. That's what we do. One love, y'all.